Well, here we are with our second installment of SRU Film Society Goes to the Movies. And
yeah, woo!
We got a full car this time.
Woo. I can't. Yeah. Well, that's all right.
Is it recording this time?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Woo. Yeah, you know how to use a camera. Good, congrats.
Shut up. All right. All right, Nick.
Yo,
What movie are we seeing?
we're gonna go see Doctor Strange with Benedict Cumberbatch and
Beneficial.
Rachel McAdams.
What's this?
It's directed by Scott Derrickson. He's a good director. We don't know who it is though.
I have no idea who that is. Rachel McAdams, Tilda Swinton,
Swinton. Yeah.
whatever. Miles
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. All I know is he played Hannibal Lecter
Yeah,
apparently.
he played Hannibal, and he played someone in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he plays Jin's dad.
Nope, I don't know, but he plays someone.
Yeah, Jyn Erso's dad. We'll just call him Mr. Erso for now, because I forget his name.
This is terrible. I honestly can't hold a camera for my life. So, shaky cam.
Woo.
Whoa.
I'll swerve if you want
Okay.
Is it gonna be like the thing from Star Trek where like they just moved the camera and everyone just kind of like pretended like the ship did something, but like you stabilize it and they're all just really moving around?
And if you look closely, someone's usually going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you guys looking forward to in this movie? What do you think?
Special effects.
Yeah,
special effects.
Ben that did come in, bitch.
What's his name?
Ben that did come in, bitch. Bedazzled cucumber batch.
Yes. All right, that's it. We're looking forward to.
Crumble snatch.
I'm also looking forward to the Stan Lee cameo. Because, you know.
I really hope, though, it happens in most Marvel movies, they go over the top. Like, my favorite Marvel movie is Ant-Man, because it didn't go over the top, didn't get way too crazy, besides a certain point, but, like, most Marvel movies like to just go beyond what they think they can go to, and that kind of gets annoying,
So is the villain going to be kind of shitty in this movie?
Probably.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to be bad, even though it's Mads Mikkelsen.
He doesn't really do much, if you think. I've seen it already, to clarify. He doesn't really do much.
No spoils.
And the bigger bad guy in the film doesn't really do much either.
So like, it's basically, it is a Marvel movie, so I guess you could expect that.
Yep.
Yep.
Is Benedict Cumberbatch his own worst enemy? Find out next time.
Find out in about 2 hours from now, but 2 minutes for you guys when we know the rest of the film.
Okay.
Will you stop? I'm trying to drive.
You trying to kill all of us? I'm fine with that, but
I'll turn this car around.
Oh, shit. I'm glad that was on camera.
What, was that recording?
Yeah.
A great opening.
It's a common occurrence. I like the movie. It was good. Not better than Ant-Man, which is my favorite personally, but definitely in terms of CGI effects, acting, and music, it pretty much holds up as a Marvel movie. So it's a solid 7.8 or 9 out of 10.
It was a Marvel movie. That's basically all there is to say about it.
Pretty much. It's, they have that standard, and this pretty much hit the line, so par for the course.
I definitely liked it a lot less the second time, though.
I mean, the first time you watched it, it was
shaky cam with Spanish subtitles.
Yeah, so
and you couldn't see half the things, so
see,
it was definitely better this time.
You It was better, but also worse.
Yes. Very confusing.
What'd you think?
Alright, well I haven't seen Ant-Man, but I don't think it's not my favorite Marvel movie. I like Vision a lot, so Ultron is my favorite so far.
It's a ballsy move.
But I thought they did a good job with planting the seeds of how that movie is going to weave into the whole MCU and the whole Infinity War thing.
Yeah, overall, because a lot stems from Doctor Strange, where like the plot holes are left from where X-Men and the Fantastic Four should be. Doctor Strange kind of has to fill that hole completely now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
No.
Oh, why?
Because you cracked a joke like that.
Okay. Does anyone else want?
Okay.
we got one more.
Oh, we got it.
Apparently I'm talking now.
we have technology.
you over.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see the entire
Still
lighting
have
right
to
there.
move. So what am I doing?
I don't know.
What did you
Sam,
What did you think of the movie?
I personally don't have a favorite Marvel movie. To do that, I would have to go through and rewatch all of them, and I don't have the time for that. But like you guys said already, it's pretty much on par with the rest of the Marvel movies. And like she said too, that it does put things together for the Infinity War. But I also like that they didn't make a big deal that the eyepiece was an Infinity Stone. It was just a casual comment, because I feel like if they put more of that in there, it would just take away from the Doctor Strange part of the movie. So
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
For the headphones.
Everyone-
I think one of the biggest problems with it though is that like every other Marvel movie where it hits the standard, it also has to hit the standard of like the villain being really bad. Like Mads Mikkelsen is a fantastic actor, and Caecilius wasn't exactly a good villain.
I feel like they wasted his talent on a pretty
Yeah.
boring.
It was like I said in the car. He does nothing. The bigger bad guy, no spoilers, does nothing either.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that bigger villain really just kind of was there for like 2 minutes, and then he just kind of caved.
He's this big menacing force that like is bogged down by one concept, and
He's
they
definitely.
just hammer it and hammer it and hammer it.
He's probably going to be back later, though.
I can't imagine why he wouldn't be. So
Doctor Strange 2.
Well, and like you look at all the other villains in Marvel, and at least they have a backstory, and you like really understand like why they're doing what they're doing. Whereas Caecilius, it was just like, oh, he showed up and then he got mad and
and he
then
wanted
he
to live
started doing
forever
stuff.
or something. I don't know.
Like he was human, but there was no like humanity to him, and the whatever face thing was like
yeah, the weird like eye glitter they gave him, right?
yeah. Yeah, so I thought they could have done a better job of giving the villain character development.
This is going to be a spoiler alert. But he also suffers the typical Marvel problem of he's there for one movie and they just kill him off. That's a problem that they've been doing.
I mean, put like a big across the top and across the bottom, but like on the top put spoiler alert, and the bottom put like a Spanish spoiler alert. See, you think that they killed him off, but he could come back. I mean,
could be.
because like if they're making him like one with Dormammu, then
But it's
there's
like-
potential for him to come back. Like Loki got killed off in 2 of the 3 movies he was in,
Yeah.
so he came back. I mean, Dormammu, or not Dormammu, Caecilius really isn't worth coming back, but
But it's like if you look in the bigger whole of the Marvel universe,
there's only like 3 villains that still exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Zemo,
yeah, Zemo,
Loki,
Loki, and that's it.
Um,
and Thanos
I thought the
for
Red-
now.
the Red Skull, I thought,
Nobody knows.
died. So,
Hopefully he comes back in Infinity War though, because
do you want to hop in? Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything.
You
Like,
can't really think of anything to say about Doctor Strange.
I mean, it looked really good.
Do you want to point the microphone at yourself?
No, I can hear myself. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm the one with the headphones. I mean, it looked really good. Benedict Cumberbatch was good. Mads Mikkelsen tried, but again, yeah, definitely wasted his talent on a pretty one-dimensional villain. They could have got anybody to play that role, probably. Not would have really affected it that much.
Beneficial Cucumber to play him too.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah. Another thing Marvel suffers from is like having like really generic and kind of like really generic, like a really generic score. It's just like nothing like memorable at all about it. It's just kind of like, you know, dun 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 dun, like
They just got the heroic rise.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's like kind of like sad piano music, but like really nothing really to remember, like write home about.
My whole life is sad piano music.
Yeah. I don't know. Even some of the emotional moments in the film, I didn't really feel that like emotionally kind of like attached to, you know, I understood like the character and stuff, but and why he, you know, was sad, but like I didn't like, I don't know, it didn't really get me like they were trying to get me to like feel. I don't know. And sometimes I feel like they didn't spend a lot of time on like, I don't know, things just kind of,
I mean,
certain moments just kind of didn't last as long as I felt they should. Like they didn't take their time with like some of the moments, I don't know. And then they just like went, you know, right into the next thing.
yeah, the pacing was kind of off, but I think that was because how much the movie would cost if they tried to make it longer.
Yeah.
Because like with CGI effects like that, like what has to suffer, the runtime or the narrative.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it was fun to watch. Like I thought that all like the, you know, action scenes were like really cool. How like things were like kind of like bending around them, and it just like looked really good, and like the fight scenes were like well choreographed. But I mean, I don't know.
it was surprisingly well directed for Scott Derrickson, someone who's only directed movies that have seemed to flop.
Yeah.
So
But you know, I guess, you know, pretty, you know, nothing really to write home about like the script. Like the writing wasn't like anything amazing. But I guess again,
It was a Marvel movie.
it's. I mean, they're not really focused as much on like writing these really like potent scripts that are like, you know, really, you know, hitting you right where like they want to. But I don't think like it's not like Aaron Sorkin's writing superhero movies or anything like that. Or like, so I guess that's my, you know, some of my complaints. But I guess that kind of goes without saying for like most how I feel about most Marvel movies, I guess. Right?
yeah, I mean that's kind of the problem with all of them. Like like I said, they hit the standard, and like most don't go above it.
Yeah.
And
or even if they tried, I mean, what are you really gonna do like with an origin story about this like character?
About a sorcerer, yeah. There's not much. Like he fits more into the role of being in the Avengers than just being Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So it's an origin story. So.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
It was really predictable.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give my score out of 5. I don't know. I said I was at 3.5 when at the end, but now I'm thinking about it. I might go down to a 3 out of 5 for this.
I'm thinking 7.8 Dr. Peppers out of 10.
Okay.
At 3 of a 5 score, you go up to 10. I would actually probably give it like an 8, maybe 7.5.
I would also give it an 8 creepy glowing green eyes out of 10.
What is your score?
Um,
Out of 10, apparently.
I was gonna say, what are we scoring out of? I don't know.
Do it out of 7.
You have to do 5 to try to make it even.
No, do it out of 6.5.
Yeah, I'll go with the score of 5. That way it evens out all the 10 out of 10s. Yeah, I'd give it like a 3.5.
I guess join us next time for
A movie that we haven't decided what we're
for
going to see.
TBA. That's gonna be
To
fun.
be determined.
SRFS goes to TBA. Date TBA. Time TBA.
Starring TBA.
See you next time.